Hey everybody, happy Monday. I'm Angela, this is the Oily Animal Chat, and we're going to talk today about cats and ear mites. This was one that I had a specific request, and so I did a little bit of research. I used the Animal Desk reference because I don't have any cats, so I didn't have any experience with this personally. But a couple of things I want to say is first that this advice does not replace going to a vet or getting a veterinarian opinion or getting a veterinarian care for your animals if they need it. So thanks everybody for joining on a little bit early. And then also make sure you're tagging your friends who have cats so that they know what to do. So let's jump right in. The two main oils that you're going to want to be using if you're dealing with ear mite issues or you've dealt with them and you want to make sure that you're being preventative to keep them away are going to be Purification and Peppermint. So also remember, you don't want to ever put oils directly in the ear canal. That would be very bad. So what you would do is you'd actually take a cotton ball and you'd put a drop of Purification in there, and then you could put that in the cat's ear so that they're going to get get exposure to it, but it's not actually going to be like a full drop right on the skin of their ear because it's sensitive. Now, you can also do that with peppermint, so you could alternate them, or if your cat has a lot of exposure to oils, then you might do like a small amount. You could start with like a toothpick amount. You know how you can put a toothpick in it when you're cooking and stir it in food to get just a smaller amount. So then it's not even a full drop, so you could start that with Purification and Peppermint at the same time if you wanted to. Now, I would recommend also diffusing Purification to make sure that you're killing any of the germs that are in the air, especially for indoor cats. And I would be doing that pretty regularly if you've had known issues or you're concerned about them, or if your cat's being treated for ear mites. That would be a really, really good thing because they are very contagious, especially if you have more than one cat. And so you're going to really need to make sure that you kill the germs or the mites themselves. And I guess mites, from my research, they're like microscopic. And so you're not necessarily going to be able to see them. So that's going to be a big deal to make sure that you're getting rid of them. A couple of other things that I read is that you want to make sure that you're washing their bedding daily. You can obviously use the Thieves laundry detergent, but I was just talking to one of my friends about how I use instead of a spray and wash type of spray, is I actually use the Thieves cleaning concentrate in just a small glass bottle, and I spray it directly on things for like a stain remover. But also, if you have something that's like super stinky, or you're trying to do something that's really potent to kill the ear mites or fleas or anything like that, then that's going to be really good. So I use this concentrate straight up. Or if you don't feel like you need it that strong, you could do 50% concentrate and 50% distilled water. Personally, I do it straight up. What's next? You can make a spray bottle to spray their bedding. So let's say maybe you have like one of those little like cat condo things that they climb on, or maybe you have a cat bed that doesn't have a cover that can be removed that needs to be disinfected and taken care of. You could do 8 to 10 drops of Purification in a 4-ounce glass spray bottle, and then spray that on their play structures, or if they're indoors, you can spray it in areas like, say they have a favorite spot on your chair or your bed or something like that they spend a lot of time. You'll definitely want to be cleaning and spraying those areas daily. Any bedding that you can wash, definitely washing it daily. So those are really the best things to really be proactive and get rid of it to help take care of your cats. So, hey, good to see you guys. So, question for you guys. I'm trying to decide on next week's oily animal topics. So tell me, do you have rabbits? Because treating ear mites for rabbits is a little bit different. So is there a need for me to do a video on that? Searching ear mites, I found information on both. And so it can be a huge problem if you have rabbits. And obviously it spreads and it's really bad. And you have a lot of rabbits sometimes in a small space, especially if you kind of have a farm. And that type of thing. So let me know, do you have rabbits? Is there a need? Or maybe tag friends who might have rabbits and that, so you guys can let me know. Otherwise, if there's no need, then I'll cover something else next week. So I hope the cat owners are finding this helpful. I've done cat videos for the last couple of weeks, and I just want everybody to know, start small with cats, but know that using essential oils on or around them is completely safe as long as you start with really small amounts. So Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be back here next Monday to either talk about rabbits and ear mites if there's a need. Otherwise, I'll find another subject or topic that we need to cover. All right, guys, have a great one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.